sometimes you just gotta let the brain work its magic and come up with its eureka moment. And definitely travel and choice of destination, I think, are kind of quite cool ways of getting to that result.
Yeah, I've definitely found that as well. Like to just shake your marbles a little bit so you're on a different path. Because I can imagine like even communication patterns, even with employees or significant other, that when it's the same person, there's a whole bunch of things clearly wrapped in that. Like even if you're trying to change communication with a parent or with a friend, like we always fall back into defaults. Like we have to be really conscious of being like, okay, now I'm going to communicate differently with this
Mm,
person, and you have to be conscious until it's like I've been playing a lot of tennis the last year, and so what I've even realized, to use a sports analogy, is that like I'm paying attention to so many different things when I'm trying to make these shots, and slowly as I'm doing that, I can let some of those things I've learned go on autopilot, and I can focus
mm,
on other things. But if I don't think about the things like my grip, having my racket all the way back, my swing all the way through, like all these things, well, then I'm just going to default to the way I've always played, which is not knowing how to play. And so
sure.
I look at communication the same way, that until these communication patterns are strong, like we have to be so
Mm,
intentional. And then that's only one part of the equation. Like if we're being intentional and the other person is not being intentional, they're being more reactive, then it's easy for us to feel like we're failing. Like if I'm playing tennis and I'm doing the things right, but the other person is just like crushing me with all these shots. I'm like, oh, am I getting worse? Like what's happened? So it's like it's a two-way back and forth that I think maybe being in a different environment, takes
mm.
all of us out of our, like you said, out of our day to day. We can be like, that's why we keep arguing over this little thing.